Tracy says he had no clue working at a retirement community would ever turn into a full-time job documenting American history through the eyes of the men and women who fought for our country.
This is the Capitol flag.
Sean Tracy is a history buff.
Ed was a crewman with the Merchant Marines,
who found a special passion for the clients he works with.
Vaughn was an aircraft mechanic.
Ed, Vaughn, and dozens of others all live inside the Independence Village retirement community in Brighton. Like George Trout,
I was a tail gunner in a B-29.
They're also veterans.
Every resident who lives here who's a veteran gets interviewed, photographed.
There are so many veterans living here. Honoring them is now a full-time year-round event.
Bomber pilots, fighter pilots, tank crewmen, captains who led squads on combat missions. One man who used to hang out with General Patton.
Tracy sits down with each service member one by one. He records their memories, their stories, their history, and displays them on this tribute wall.
We have all the interviews that have been conducted so far. Obviously, there's room for more.
6 of the 12 Independence Village communities have these rooms, each personalized with medals and memorabilia from the people who served on the front lines.
There's a book that one of our residents wrote.
Their stories don't only stay here. Digital copies are sent to the National Archives in D.C., making sure their stories of life and loss are preserved forever.
It's the best way we know to thank them.
90-year-old George Trout enlisted in the Air Force during World War II. He turned 18 as the war took a turning point.
They dropped the atomic bomb, and I never got out of this country.
While he didn't represent the U.S. abroad, he is still part of history.
You enlisted, didn't you?
Yes.
His stories of test flights and gunnery training are part of the massive volunteer force that kept America strong during World War II. His story will soon adorn this tribute wall.
Do I feel appreciated? Yes, I feel appreciated.
Every single one of them, whether they were cooks or combat engineers, deserve to be heard.
Tracy makes sure those stories are told year-round, celebrating their service every day. Tracy tells us they've already recorded more than 100 personal accounts from their veterans. And with new veterans moving in every week, you can imagine their tribute walls will begin to grow quickly. A copy of each personal account, again, is housed with the National Archives in D.C. Shelley Childers for 7 Action News.